Today I'm talking about living with anxiety and depression on a daily basis. Hi friends, thanks for coming back. I'm Daz. I make pretty much daily videos on mental health, personal development and all the kind of crazy goes on between that in my mind to hopefully help you to change your mind, change your life. And if you want to follow my journey and come along for the ride, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and like the video. That would be awesome. Thank you. So being inspired by an amazing YouTuber and just an amazing person in general, Maria Senchal, who did a video the other day after a couple of drinks. So I've kind of taken her lead. Not that I've had a few drinks just to do the video, but I've had a few drinks. So it may well go well, it may not. Who knows? But I'll link her channel below because amazing person and inspiration in the world of mental health and all that kind of groovy stuff. Yay! But let's crack on with this one. My sort of, I suppose, daily experiences with depression, anxiety, and just mental health stuff in general, and the kind of weird sort of that I don't want to say deal with, but I suppose experience, struggle with, just do on a daily basis really. So let's get into it. So let's start with insomnia.
Okay, what? So
it's not quite a daily experience because I do go through periods of time where I don't experience insomnia, but when I do, it's terrible. Insomnia is such a horrible thing. I don't know, there's no way to describe it unless you've really been through it. And it's something I've only really had in the last year since everything went horribly wrong in last November. I suppose I've had it more than not having it, hence being subscribed. Can't even speak. Hence being prescribed sleeping tablets. But when I don't have it, it's like thank you. But it does kind of show its head now and then, and I suppose it's part of that whole thing. It's not particularly an anxiety and depression thing, but I'll put that in, and it's a nightmare to be honest. But at the moment I'm not having it, so let's hope that continues.
No, not this boy.
So another one is pounding heart, and I guess palpitations. And these are pretty much daily. It's an odd one. I don't think it's necessarily some sort of heart condition or anything like that, but it's either sort of when I wake up, I can get that feeling of just almost like dread and terror. I don't really know what that is because it's not, again, specifically about a particular topic or feeling. It's just that sort of that pounding anxiety sort of terror feeling either when I wake up or often just lying in bed when it's dark and all that sort of stuff, and then there's that sort of palpitations or sort of pounding heart. I'd say it's more annoying than anything else, but it's only something that I sort of have, and maybe the odd occasion now and then in the day, depends obviously what I'm doing, but it's sort of something that I do have a lot, and I guess that's a symptom of anxiety, but without knowing specifically what for. So I suppose that's the annoying thing about that. Another feeling I get on a daily basis, which is I suppose odd, is just this feeling of just pure loneliness. This makes me sound sad, I know.
Dumbass.
But I'm being honest from the heart, and a feeling of loneliness is ultimately, and I know it's because I've got some amazing people around me, both locally, physically around me, and friends around the world that I keep in touch with online. And so whilst I know it's ridiculous that I'm lonely, I do have that sort of real heartbreaking feeling of loneliness. It's weird, but it's there, and it's horrible, and I think that adds to maybe anxiety, adds to sort of that depression, and whether they're sort of one causes the other or vice versa, I don't know. That is something that I do sort of experience and feel on a daily basis, and it is like a heart-wrenching feeling of being alone, which is quite horrible. Now, it's no secret, I've mentioned this before, but I am pretty much financially This has been the case for probably a couple of years. It's my fault. I'm not saying a woe is me situation or anything like that, but I'm pretty financially.
Wait, what?
The weird thing with this is that despite all my kind of depressive tendencies and all that kind of horrible feeling, there is a feeling of like it's all going to be fine in the end. It's all going to be okay. Everything's going to work out, and I'm not going to be financially I'm going to be all fine. It is, I suppose, a constant worry or constant source of anxiety, and to be honest, on a daily basis, because, you know, it's because they're spending something every day. I'm sort of very much aware of my financial situation and bank balance and that sort of thing. So that is there, you know, as well. So let me know in the comments, you know, do any of these ring any bells with you? Do you have the same sort of feelings on a daily basis? You know, let me know. If you do like this video, even though it's a bit weird, like heart on a plate or sleeve part somewhere, please leave a like, and don't forget to smash that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it, and help me build this up and do some groovy stuff. I have no idea what I'm going with that. So the daily saga continues, and the next one is just a kind of a weird feeling of just wanting to give up. Now, don't panic. I'm not referring to like suicidal thoughts, even though I do have those fairly regularly. What? But I'm talking about the fact that just sometimes everything just seems too much, and it's just all too much sort of hassle, and that's everything. And, you know, including going to work, doing the washing, making videos. Sometimes it just seems all too much. And whether that's a sort of a lethargy that comes from depression or being anxious about stuff, I don't know, but it almost like sort of builds up. I know a lot of this doesn't make sense really, and it's me babbling, maybe because of the I've had a couple of drinks, but I'm inspired by Marie, so blame her, not me. No, don't blame her. Some of this doesn't make sense, I know, but, you know, I'm talking about mental illness, so, you know, bear with me. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to be a bit mental. That's the point.
Oh yeah.
Poetic license and all that. And I guess that brings on to another one of, let's be honest, as I'm putting everything out there and being some sort of confessor and open book, is that I probably do drink too much, you know, let's be honest. And yes, you're not supposed to drink when taking medication and all that, but that's another one of the that I do every day. So, you know, add that to the list.
All right, that's the way it is.
And finally, I guess one of the things I do feel every day is just this feeling of overwhelming frustration. It comes from many areas, which is financial, emotional, physical, so many things that I'm just frustrated with. It's just, it's frustrating because I'm so painfully, madly ambitious and driven about certain things, and yet I'm the king of procrastination, and that just annoys the fuck out of me and frustrates me no end, that I want to be doing stuff and then I just don't. I just want to stay in bed because of the depression and anxiety, and that really frustrates me. Just having to deal with anxiety and depression is frustrating enough, but then when you've got this kind of drive, this thing you want to just create stuff and do stuff and just achieve things, and you feel like there's this weight, this heavy lead weight on your shoulders holding you back, it's annoyingly frustrating. And so that's something that I sort of deal with on a daily basis as well.
I've heard of that.
So this video's kind of gone in a bit of a different direction to perhaps where I originally intended it to. It's sort of gone into, I said, like a confessional really, and just how I feel, and that's not exactly what I was intending to. I think when you perhaps handle things well, or handle things very well, and you're kind of functioning, you're not just in bed and just under that duvet and hibernating. I'm not talking about that duality of personality where you're kind of super depressed, but you put on this Daz hand smile and everything for everyone else. You know, I'm generally quite an upbeat person. I'm very happy and bouncy and annoying and loud and all that stuff.
That sucks.
But part of me is this sort of dark side, if you want to call it that. I mean, you know, I'm not some sort of Sith Lord, and that's something that I deal with, and I deal with it as best I can, and try to sort of take the positives out of it and try to deal with it as openly as I can, so it's not some sort of dirty little secret. It's open. I mean, I couldn't be more open about it if I tried, because it's on the fucking internet. It's something that I think the more I feel I'm open about it, the less it has sort of power over me, and I can't hide behind it as an excuse and all that stuff. That's why I'm doing this channel, and that's why I'm open about stuff like this. So I think it's important to sort of realise that some people that are dealing with stuff can deal with it in different ways, and sometimes when you know someone has got some sort of mental health issues and are dealing with stuff, but they seem perfectly fine and all lovely, it's easy to forget and not realise that they're dealing with all that as well, whether they cover it up or they deal with it in their own way, they're still dealing with it. It doesn't mean that they're all better. But I wanted to share this with you because I felt it was sort of important to just, to be open again. And if you did enjoy this video, I really recommend you watch my other one about how not to burn out, which you can catch up here. And on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye. Thanks again for watching, guys. I really do appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure you do so down here, and check out my other video down here. Remember, live your best life. See you next time. Bye-bye.